Hello everyone, it's Chris again with another video. In the last video I wanted to know if the dialog system, as it was implemented at the time, was good enough. And you gave me some feedback and some recommendations and told me how it's normally done with visual novels. And I already found the time to implement basically everything you recommended to me. And so I want to show you the changes. We start again with an empty dialog and create our first line. As you can see, this basically is the same. I'll just add some text here. And the next section is basically where all the changes have been done. As you can see, we now have this big darker section. This is a preview and some buttons below, which are hopefully self-explanatory. For example, this is add a character to the left, which will then add a speaker. You can then select a pose like so. So our good old fisherman, you can mark him as the active speaker if you want to. If you don't have an active speaker, then there won't be a name displayed. So basically this is dialog lines without an active speaker are good for narration. If, for example, an all-knowing narrator pushes the action forward, then you would just not select an active speaker. You can also change the alignment later. You can put it in the middle, put him in the right and in the left again. And you can also just move him around if you like to. We can also override the name. Let's call him Steve. And let's add another character in the middle. For example, our bear. But this time let's just select a portrait directly. The difference between a portrait and a pose is poses are defined in the character section, and you can use them to basically replace images across all dialogues. This is really cool if you have basically the same pose in bunch of different scenes, a bunch of different dialogues. You can just create one pose, and if you later decide you want to change something with the character, maybe give him a different hair color or something, you can just update the pose and it will automatically be updated everywhere else. This is not the case if you just select an image. Then this is just used here. Okay, so we have added the bear, and you can also move him around. And as you can see, he's now in front of the fisherman, in front of Steve. And if you don't want this, you can basically just move him behind. Or in front again, like so. And you can also make an active speaker. So I would assume that the bear doesn't have a lot of things to tell you. Okay, so you can basically add as many characters as you want. You can also collapse these so it's nice and tidy. We can add one on the right and so on and so forth. When you don't add anything here and save, this will just be removed. And you can remove it manually like so. Okay, so let's just save it and create the next line. So here's another feature that I thought would be neat to have. So for this one, let's just enter the text now. And the dialogue continues somehow with more text. And now let's use save and continue. Add nothing here. And now we have the option to sync our characters with the ones from the line before. I think it's a really nice feature if you have a lot of characters and you don't want to add them by hand every time. So you just click so, and here are our characters again. You can also just move them somewhere else, add more characters, and if you are unhappy with it, it's maybe not the best pose. If you're unhappy with it, you can just go ahead and sync again. If there are already characters here, you will be asked if you want to overwrite them, and then you can just go ahead and overwrite them again. Okay, maybe we should now make the bear the active speaker, because I want to show you something else. Okay, so now let's just try to start the dialogue. And again, works perfectly. So I think this is not as prominent as I hoped it would be. So basically the active speaker has always a brightness of 100%, and the non-active speaker has a brightness of, I think, 75%. I'm not sure. So as you can see, first of all, he got moved here, and he got a little brighter. I think it's better. The problem with these images is that they are example images which I created using AI, and the color grading is all over the place. So they don't really fit together nicely. But what we can do is just use our fisherman here. Come on. Just use the same image, and I hope we will see a bigger effect. Okay, let's do it like this. And let's do it like this. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Do this and this. So we have them at the appropriate places. I will just save it, and I think I will just sync it here. The edit buttons sometimes don't trigger as I want them to. I don't know why. I will need to investigate this. Okay, so I will just sync them so they show up like this. Then change the speaker. Okay, and now hopefully we will see it a little bit better. It's not that prominent. I think we could make him a little bit darker. As you can see, it switches. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me if this is enough. We can always change the values here and make them really dark. But I don't want to mess with the styles too much, because I don't know how it would look like in different art styles. I think for now it's okay. And yeah, just tell me what you think about it. Tell me how you like the new dialogue system, and I will create a little bit of a deep dive video for dialogues and everything else in the following weeks, I guess, if I have the time to explain how everything works. I mean, I have the documentation here, but it's lots of text, and I think in most cases it's better if you just see how everything works together, how it moves, and yeah, see it in action. Right, thank you, and I'm happy to hear your feedback, and goodbye.